Hey everybody, I am laughing because Facebook Lives gives me so much stress. But hi, and welcome to Leadership Dolce. Now, before I get started and even tell you who I am, I wanted to let you know that a friend of mine reached out to me today and she said, could you start your your leadership dolce like 5 minutes later because all of the people where I live are cheering and banging their pots and pans, and it's really loud because they're cheering on all the healthcare workers. So I didn't want to be late for my Facebook Live, but I do want to just take a moment of silence to say thank you and have so much gratitude for all of the healthcare workers, the nurses, the doctors, the EMTs, the pharmacists, the police officers, the supermarket workers, the delivery personnel, and I'm sure there are many, many other people that are risking their health right now that I didn't mention. So to everyone out there, I just want to take a moment of silence. If we could just have a moment to be grateful and say thank you for all that they are doing for us right now. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for joining me and doing that. So here we are, Leadership Dolce. I'm Joanne Newborn, certified lifestyle and leadership coach. I'm a director with a very large publicly traded company. I have my MBA from Penn State University, and most of all, I have a real passion for higher knowledge, Jungian theories, and Eastern philosophy, and I have a real passion for leadership. And I've mentioned before that leadership isn't something that we are actually taught very often, and yet we really, really admire when people have these behaviors, right? We want to follow people like that. We want to look up to people like that. So I'd like to really just start teaching people how to embody these behaviors to become that leader for yourself. So this week, I actually had put a survey out, and thank you to everyone who took part in the survey. And I kind of wanted to just do a temperature sense check on how people were doing out there. And I asked people if they were employed or unemployed, or if they were furloughed, or if perhaps they were part-time workers or contract workers. And then there were other options available if you wanted to fill in. And so my wonderful cousin filled in that she was an unpaid caregiver. So yes, to all the moms out there, another friend of mine also said that she is as well. And so I think leadership is so important when it comes to any of these things. So whether you're in business or whether you're an artist, or if you are in any kind of industry, the healthcare industry, or even if you're a mom or a dad, leadership is so important. This is what you're passing on to your children. This is what you're passing on to the employees that report to you. It's what you're passing on to people that you mentor. So it's a skill that we really need to have. So for me, the best way for me to help professionals that feel very frustrated or unfulfilled or stressed out, like a lot of people may be feeling right now, is to really help empower people to embody this mindset of a leadership culture. That's what's really important to me. And I have found that these are the kind of skills in your career journey that are going to help you get to your dream job with your ideal salary and a luxurious work-life balance. So all the dots connect and it all comes together. So tonight, I am going to be talking about how to maximize our time in isolation. And some of you may be doing an eyeball roll, and others might be like, good, Joanne, please tell me because I want to know. So I'm going to interrupt myself because I do want to address all of those who are unemployed right now, to those who are furloughed right now. My heart goes out to you. And I'm sending you so much love. And I'm sending you good vibes. And as I said last week, there are huge gaps in the workforce right now. There really are. And I've seen incredible pivots in careers and innovation happening. So after the live tonight, I am going to be providing a link to another 56 companies that are hiring right now. So I will put the link below in the thread. And I just found out this week about the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program, has now opened up for independent contractors, which is amazing because before it was just for small businesses, but now they've actually opened it up for independent contractors as well. So this is great news. And I have a link with all the information and how you can put a claim in for this for yourself. So I will put the link in the thread below this Facebook Live right after as well. So let's get back to the topic for tonight on staying motivated during a pandemic. And I just want to say, I see a couple of people joined. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining. So awesome that you're here. I'm just going to set this up a little bit so that I can see everyone that is here. Awesome. Okay, so yes, let's get back to staying motivated during a pandemic. We really want to be staying on top of our A game. However, that being said, I am talking to a lot of people all the time and I hear both sides of the coin. So some people right now are super motivated. They're taking care of things that they've really been wanting to do for a really long time. And they're using the extra time to read or be creative or research areas that they've been thinking about. Hey, Joe, thanks for being here. And then I'm hearing the flip side of the coin, that people are feeling really lazy and not motivated, and they're feeling really sluggish. So first off the bat, I want to say that if you're in, hi Rebecca, if you're in the I'm not feeling motivated to do much of anything category, please do not beat yourself up. We are going through a pandemic and emotions are running very high and they're running wild. So I want you to have a little bit of compassion for yourself and for what's going on in the world right now. And sometimes sitting on the couch, having a pint of ice cream and binging on Netflix is exactly what we need. And so that's okay. So just give yourself permission to do that. And I just want to say, hey, Bill, I just want to say that I went to the supermarket this weekend, my like every other week venture out of the house. And while I was running around trying to get my produce and fresh vegetables and things like that, I decided to go down the ice cream aisle, and guess what? The shelves were empty. So whoever's hoarding all the ice cream out there, you know, you can ease up a little bit. Okay, so I want to go back to what I was saying though. So if you're not feeling motivated right now, first of all, give yourself permission. But then secondly, I really want to invite you to explore the feeling behind your lack of motivation. Like, really, what is the real reason for it? And what is keeping you in this sluggish space? And I'm going to tell you what it most likely is. It's fear of actually attaining our goals. So that might come as a surprise. So I'm going to pause for a second because you might not have known that. Because we think that our fears are about not being able to attain our goals and that we're never going to attain our dreams. But actually, what we don't realize is that many times the fear is around actually attaining them. So our minds, our ego minds, want to keep us safe. And it's actually keeping us from attaining them. Because if we do attain our dreams, what does that mean? That means we become more visible, and it means that we become more vulnerable. Yeah. And that's scary. And that's scary for our mind. So it isn't just COVID-19 or social distancing or being in isolation that is keeping you right now from feeling motivated. It's your mind actually stopping you from success. And so in the past, your mind probably told you that you didn't have the time. But now you have the time and you're still not getting to it. So you see what I mean there. So I'm going to give you an example from me because I am... Thank you, Joseph. I really appreciate that. I'm going to give you an example from me because, look, I'm just like everyone else. I may have learned about this stuff, but my mind works the same way as everyone else's mind. So I have been super motivated to work on newborn evolution while I have this extra time and I don't have to commute into the city. And so I have more time to work on newborn evolution, and I'm just loving that. But I also made a promise to myself that I was going to work on a big filing project and a big purging project around my apartment. And I really want to feel free of like all this stuff that I have. So guess how much time that I have actually spent on this filing and purging project. I don't. You can put some guesses in there. We can do a little bet here. How much time do you think I've spent? I've been in isolation. This is week 6 for me. So in like 5.5 weeks or whatever, how much time do you think I've spent? Exactly 30 minutes. That's how much I have spent on this. And I always seem like I'm too busy, even like when I'm in the house. So now I started to really think about, okay, why am I really avoiding this? Why am I avoiding these projects that I want to work on? Because I'll tell you why. You really kind of have to peel back the onion a little bit. I realized that if everything was neat and scaled down, it'd be really easy for me to just pick up and move and go. I'd be free. I wouldn't have all this stuff weighing me down. But moving and changing your life is really scary to our minds, right? They don't like our ego mind doesn't like change. It wants to know exactly what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. That's why being in a pandemic like this is so scary to our mind, because we don't know what's going to happen. There's so many unknowns, and that's why so many people have trouble with this. But forget about the pandemic. Just cleaning up stuff is scary to my mind, because it's like, well, Joanne might make some changes then if she's so free to be on the move. Let's just keep all this stuff around and we'll just keep her stuck here in this apartment. Hi. So That is what's going on with me. I could figure it out because I'm a coach, but the thing is, I have two coaches myself. These are the kinds of things where coaches really come in handy, because coaches can kind of help you peel back the onion and see what's going on. Because otherwise, we'll just tell ourselves, like, well, I still don't have time. Like, I'm home and I'm really busy. I'm working and I'm working on newborn evolution, but I still don't have time. But actually, deep down, like, I know the real reason, but I had to do the work to figure it out. So I'll tell you that I am seeing really wildly talented people who finally have the time to work on their dreams doing jack shit. Sorry, pardon my French, but it's true. I see them doing nothing. So if this is you, I really want you to think about why. And I'm sorry that using the pandemic as an excuse is not good enough. Now, I would say, maybe the first 3 or 4 weeks, okay, a big shock to our system. But now we're getting into week 5 and week 6, and I can say the same for myself. It's not an excuse anymore. Like, there's a bigger problem there. So the next thing you do, so number one thing to do is really dig down deep and figure out why. Like, really think about it, not at a surface level, but really think about why you're resisting feeling motivated right now. And then next, the number 2 thing to do is make a commitment to yourself, a solid commitment to yourself. And so I made a commitment to myself this weekend. I said, this is ridiculous that I am not getting this done. So make a commitment to yourself that I said, by the time I go back to working in the office, I am going at a minimum, I'm going to get the filing project done, because that is a big project in itself, like totally done. But I want you to make a commitment to yourself and just take one little tiny step a day towards that goal. That's it. I don't have to finish it all tonight. I don't have to finish it all this weekend. All I need to do is just take one little tiny step towards my goal. And Joe, I'm not sure if you're still on. Newborn Evolution is my company where I am a lifestyle and leadership coach. That's Newborn Evolution. So thank you for asking. So just take one little step towards this every single day. So just to share with you, and thanks, perfect timing, Joe, to ask me this question, on being, as far as being motivated on the side of my business, I have been putting the pedal to the metal. And I'm telling you this because the results that you can have are going to be amazing. Like, the results I've been having are amazing in like a few weeks of social distancing, being able to repurpose that time for things that are like my dreams and I'm passionate about. So I'm super excited to share. So I'm going to be interviewed next Monday. It's not going to air next Monday, but I'm being interviewed next Monday for a new TV show on YouTube television. YouTube has television now. So I will let you know all the details about that. And then in June, I am doing a talk on the 5 surprising secrets to skyrocket your career success. And I'm going to be part of a summit, which is really exciting. So I actually have the link to all of that. I'll put it in the thread below. But I want to know right now, if anyone wants to share, what are your desires? What is it right now that maybe you're avoiding, but these are your desires? Is it putting your resume together? Is it working on your interview skills? Is it writing that screenplay? Is it learning how to play the piano? Like, what is it, and how can you take one little action to get there? Does anyone want to share? And while I'm asking you this, I am just going to take a quick look here. Yes. Yeah, Mattias, amazing how we're getting to know our hearts again. And that is such a great point, because without all the hustle and bustle of New York City and running around in a 3-hour round trip commute, I've been able to really like get in touch with who I am and what I want to do, but like how I feel on a regular basis. Like how many times have I just pushed away how I actually feel because of stress, and let's just plow through it and let's get it done because there's a million things on my plate. So thank you for making that point, because I think it's really important. Um, yes, Joe, definitely. Can you send me the stack of leadership books that you have? Because I'd love to take a look at them. But yes, make a commitment to yourself. Like you're going to get through at least one of those before this is over, and maybe 3 or 5. But I started reading a lot more too, which is so nice. It feels luxurious to read a book, honestly. So just indulge. I can't believe that reading a book actually feels luxurious, but that's how busy we've gotten our lives to be. Christy, I miss you so much. We need to catch up. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so think about how can you just take one little step, action step a day to get there. And so if you are thinking about making a job change, or if you're unemployed right now, or if you're furloughed right now, next week I am going to have the 10 must-have tips to ace your interview. I'll have a link to that. It's a freebie that I'm going to be giving you guys. So I'll bring that with me next week because I know that. But does anyone have any questions? I want to know how people are doing out there. Let me know. And yeah, I mean, send your questions to me at joanne@newbornevolution.com, or you can always put them in any of the links of the posts that I put out there for Leadership Dolce. I'm always checking to see. And I owe you guys a whole bunch of, I'm going to do 3 links when I get off the Facebook Live. One is 56 companies that are hiring right now. 2 is information about the PPP loans for independent contractors. Chris, hi! And the third one is I promised you something else, and I can't remember what it is. But I'll remember. Oh, the link to the talk that I'm doing in June. There's plenty of time for that. So if you're not on my mailing list, get on my mailing list. It's newbornevolution.com. I have a gazillion freebies there, visualizations and ebooks and quizzes and all about leadership. So head on over there, get on my list, because if you miss the Facebook Live, I always send it out next day as a video to my email list, so that you don't always have to be live at 7 o'clock. But I'm so excited that so many people came and joined me today. I am sending you so much love, love to Italy because it's part of my heritage, and love to all of you. And I'm going to enjoy my little s'mores dolce right now. So love you lots. Ciao, 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 ciao.